You have Hamas, you have the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. They said that in recent days, rockets and weapons, they all came from Iran. These are proxy groups, and we talked about this at length yesterday. These are proxy groups that are being used. I mean, it's the same old stuff for as long as we've been alive. How many people don't understand this now? It's a proxy group that's being used by Iran to attack an ally. Just like whenever we have little boats buzzing our naval vessels and trying to bait them into an act of war, those are always Houthis, or sometimes it's the Iranian Guard, but more often than not. And then when our ships are attacked with rockets, it's always the Houthis, which we know is a terror group. It's a proxy for Iran. It's always some group that is a proxy for Iran. One group that's a proxy for Iran. Another group that's a proxy for Iran. And we have the same people, the same retreads from the Obama administration that want to continue discussions with Iran. And in fact, by the way, you realize that we're funding all of this, correct? Do you realize that the reason I work 14-hour days and pay 6 figures in taxes, no joke, is so that my money can go towards terrorists like Hamas? So all the people who are telling me my fair share, you can take a giant middle finger salute and go sit on the business end of a broom as far as I'm concerned. So I'm just saying, you know how many jobs I could create? How many jobs everybody else could create? Oh, well, no, we're not creating jobs. We're funding rockets. And you want to know why I'm positive in saying that? Because there have been so many stories that have come out discussing how such and such country sent aid to Gaza. All this aid that goes to Gaza, whose hands do you think that goes in first? They take their cut and then they give a little bit to the people that are trapped in this mess. It's always the people who are running this. They take their cut. Oh, they get it. Oh, give us the aid. And then we'll make sure it gets distributed amongst the people. It's like, imagine 50 Banes from Batman over there. Oh, give us the money. We'll make sure it's distributed amongst the people. And then it never actually ends up that way. It's never actually distributed to the people. They never actually get it. And then what you do see is a bunch of new rockets. Or you'll see, if Iran's providing the rockets, what you'll see is a bunch of others supporting artillery. Or you'll see fancy new headquarters for the Hamas control center. But what you don't see are newer schools or improved roads or any kind of improvement to existing infrastructure. You don't see them developing the beaches of Gaza into a tourist site. You know how beautiful that would be? I'm like, you realize how much money you're missing out on? You could have, oh my gosh, people would come for miles around because not everybody, Israel's beaches are a little crowded. Not all the time, but, it can be crowded. You could just, expand it and have even, you know what I'm saying? But if you would just, nobody wants to go vacation where A, there's nowhere to vacation there, or B, when people are too busy firing off rockets at innocents and killing their own people. That's the other thing. Do you realize the body count that Hamas costs amongst its own people?